just heard me say large pool of public resources, you get a slice. Well, when that won't do, or when security regulations say no, you can go with AppGrid, which is private and dedicated. And what that does for you is it gives you your own pool of resources, not a shared one. And it's built up of the number of servers you specify. So what we call this is we call that a grid. Okay, a grid is a collection of multiple nodes. It can be anywhere from 1 to 128. And each node is actually a physical server. So when we say, you want 1 node, 2 nodes, 3 nodes, we're saying 1, 2, or 3 servers. So as we scroll down here, you're actually going to see that our standard plans are built off that concept. Each node brings 12 cores, 48 gigs, 2 terabytes of storage, 2 IP addresses, and 2 gigabits worth of bandwidth. And that is actually 2 gigi NICs that provide bandwidth to that server. And then in addition, you also get incoming bandwidth is free, outgoing you get 2 gigabytes included at no additional charge. It's 15% per gigabyte on the outgoing bandwidth past that. So what does all that mean? So your own pool of resources. If you need more resources, you just add more nodes. You need less resources, you take nodes away. You add them in a whole increment, so there's not, it's not piece parts. All right. You can reuse those resources, so you can spin up Linux servers 1 minute, bring them down, and bring Windows servers up the next. So it's your cloud, your private and dedicated cloud. You can do with it as you see fit.
So what we've kind of run into is that we've had to, in the past, buy resources based on the heaviest traffic for the year, and that traffic for the year doesn't always sustain itself. So we've got fluctuations throughout the year that allow for us to scale back at some point or another on our resources, but we've already purchased them, so we repurpose them for whatever we need, and then reallocate them when we need more resources for the busier times of the year, which is really spring and summertime stuff.
Yeah, and so the answer here is how that changes versus physical hardware on site is now you don't have to go out and there's no CapEx. If one month you need more servers, great, we'll add additional servers to it. If the next month you don't because it's a slower time of year for you, great, we'll remove resources and your bill goes down. So you have flexibility in terms of the number of nodes that you have. You also have elasticity inside your cloud of being able to flex some of these virtual machines up and down depending on what your need is. So you get flexibility across the board, and we get you out of a CapEx model where you have to go spend 50 grand on hardware and another 20 grand on software and acquire all this stuff and have that large cash outlay, and get you into an OpEx model and allow you to take that cash and reinvest in your business rather than investing in IT hardware. And the risk to you is minimal.
Another issue we have is, the equipment gets old. So we buy 10 nodes and we fluctuate between 5 and 10 nodes. Do I automatically get new hardware anytime it comes out, or how does that work?
So the way it works in this environment is we kind of set you and that's it. We don't mess with your OS loads, we don't mess with your versions, we don't mess with anything. You own the operating system layer. Similarly, the hardware stays the same for you unless you choose to make a change. So in that instance, what would happen is if new servers come out and we bring new servers in, your cost is going to go down on your existing servers if it's older hardware. So if you're running fine, great. Enjoy the less bill that you're going to get. Okay, you're going to have a savings as a result. If you need more performance, awesome. Let's start a new pool of resources and start to migrate some of your stuff over to that new pool of resources. And you can establish trust relationships and ship your environments in between the two grids, and that will give you the ability to migrate things over. So you can have it either way you want it. You can have the new stuff, pay the same price, or you can keep what you have and pay less cost. So we've kind of made provisions for any way our customers want to handle it.